yesterday. The recording will be provided to you. Welcome every day to another day of data analysis using Excel. And we are in week 1, day 2. And before we get started, let me quickly review. What we will review, we will review the reminder that states that where we need to focus on this journey of data analysis. By the way, before we start, let me quickly tell you what did we yesterday learn. Apart from knowing the context, that's the ground rule, which I am going to revise today as well. We just touched the introduction. Do you all remember that? You can
Yes,
unmute and
yes.
yeah, thank you so much. So we touched the life cycle of data analysis. Definitely we saw that, but remember one very important thing as long as possible. And for that, I'm going to share my screen. Do confirm if you all can see my screen the moment I'm going to share it, which is going to come as a part of revision. And reminder, and this reminders is really essential for everyone every day need to follow. Okay, what are these? So the number one is the code of honor. Number one, can you all see my screen? Just confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you so much for confirmation. The number one says that show a lie. Why? Because we spoke about agile ceremonies, and agile is full of ceremonies. Ceremonies means meetings that demands you to be on time, remain punctual, remain highly committed. And why you need to do it over here? Because it is said that how you do anything is how you do everything. Once you can replicate it here, that would be really easy for you to replicate it there once you get placed. Second one says that because you are in this journey, don't just be student, be the full stack student, means who does all the assignments. I talked about said and unsaid. You know the drill. Unsaid is the summary submission, and said where I'll be asking you all to do certain things. So that's gonna be said assignment. Do all the assignments, do self-research, and repeat whatever you have learned. The third one that ask you to take the full responsibility. When you will do so, do all those things, what is gonna happen? You are automatically going to reach towards the success that you can definitely take the responsibility of. And if not, it will hit the failure. You need to take the responsibility of that as well. Why? Then only you can correct that, and then you will find that it becomes the trail for the success. So that's the reason, because that succeeding is the ultimate purpose over here towards getting placed. And the fourth one, to do so, it really requires the concrete mindset, the one which is inspired by the lean mindset, that is continuous learning, positive minded. And for continuous learning, you need to be positive minded, remain positive minded, which is the part of the Kaizen framework from lean, that talks about continuous improvement. And then more positive minded you will become, you will find you are gonna going more complaint free. More complaint free you will become, you will find yourself getting loaded in more gratitude, leads to happiness, is new productivity of the corporate. And the fifth one on this path, because many of you come from diverse background, many of come with various experiences, and starting learning from the scratch may not be so easy. For that, you need to unlearn many things, relearn many things, and learn fresh. So that's the reason many of you are requested to become keeping you away on the path of learning, that keeps you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. It means that your again happiness increases, and that leads to the productivity. Happiness is today's new productivity, and that's the reason you need to be more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. As I said, spiritually grounded does not mean anything else other than happiness. You need to be to become more productive, and ultimate goal is towards the charity. So because you are going to earn out of this learning. So another law is that what you want to gain more of, you must start giving away a little bit portion of. And that's the reason, once you start learning, remember to giving away the portion of 5% or 10% of your earning towards any charity, wherever you believe in any causes, like feeding children, or donating to old age home, or anywhere you believe in. Why? Because what you give, you that let you grow, and when you receive, you may survive. And I'm sure none of you are here for the survival, but for the growth. And just don't give away for the sake of growth, but start giving away to inspire others as well. And while you do so, remember to appreciate what you do, what others do for you, and even what does not happen to you, remember to appreciate that. And last but not the least, in code of honor number 6 is increase your receptivity. How will you do that? For very reason I have spoken about 30 days challenge you need to participate upon, and how it is going to bring really positive changes towards your placement, that you are going to not only just towards the placement, in fact in every area of your life you need to participate in it in. So do that, that you can complete this audio program every single day by listening to it in 20 minutes. You can ask for the link after the session that I'm going to help you with. And second one, because we are taking a deep dive into deep learnings, let's remember to start with golden quadrant of learning. You know the drill by now, and in case you don't know the science behind it, you must listen to yesterday's code of honor, where I have explained what are the meaning behind this 4-step golden quadrant of learning. That starts with declaration with the anchor, then getting into deep learning, then draw after 24 hours whatever you have learned, and then summarize it back. How you are going to summarize it back, in a way that even a 5-year-old can understand, in less than 90 seconds of video that you can do, and just submit, so that gradually you increase the hold on the subject. And so let's get ready to declare before we take a deep dive into deep learning. So do you all see the selected statement on the screen? You can unmute and speak, everyone. Can you all see that?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So how we are going to repeat, at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, you are going to put the anchor. Anchor is nothing but the body movement. Why body movement? Because focus is just like a standing ship in the ocean of thought that needs anchor of body movement. Is going to be at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, I'll count and then clap. That you are going to then model me. You are going to again clap after me. Clap is self high five, and then repeat what I am going to read on the screen. So get ready. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick
I'm a
learner.
quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What others
What
can
others
learn and
can
master,
learn and master,
I too can do that.
I too
too
can
can
do
do
that.
that.
One more time, all of you, everyone, unmute yourself and model the anchor. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. Because I'm an awesome learner,
Because
Because
I
I'm
am
an
an
awesome
awesome
learner,
learner.
today's learning is going to be
Today's
today's
learning
learning
is
is
going to be
be
super duper easy to me.
super duper
super
easy.
duper easy.
duper easy to me.
Yes, exactly. It is going to be, because you said so. And those who could not, because you did not understand what is the science behind it, and may sound awkward to you, but there is deep engineered meaning and science behind it that you need to explore in yesterday's recording. And how we are going to get connected? Thursday, is going to be technical session at 9 p.m. Why you need to repeat RRP session every single day? I have spoken to increase your visibility, credibility, and marketability. Each one of you should go back and listen to yesterday's recording for all the drill behind RRP sessions. Friday, again, technical session at 9 p.m. EST. Saturday, you're gonna do assignment, whether it is mostly unsaid, because we are starting up off Thursday on Saturday, and Sunday you are going to do off Friday on Sunday, that you are going to submit in WhatsApp group. And Monday, repeat whatever you have learned In case assignment is still pending, you can complete it and go back with the research work. If you can take a deep dive into a more exploring mode and research it over internet, you can do that and prepare any question in case you have, and get ready for its answer on next Thursday. Tuesday, again, participate in RRP session. Why you understand that every single RRP session is very, very important for you. And Wednesday, you can choose to be it as a breather or relaxing day. So do we all ready to follow this code of honor and abide by this? Say yes if you are ready for this. You can unmute and
Yes.
speak. Thank you
Yes.
so much, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate for your confirmation. Let me quickly deep dive from where we started. So yesterday was a quick introduction. We knew about data analysis, and welcome back to another day. And it was the course structure over here that I shared with you. I have talked about 6 pillars offering, that is starting with instructor-led training program. You are part of the training. Anything apart from the training that you need to consult where in RRP session, and that's the also reason you need to join RRP session. What are the stages? First, you need to identify data, clean data, and summarize data. That is the actual summary of data analysis that we are going to learn using Excel. So having said so, let's get started today and understand here before we are taking a deep dive. You need to understand few element of business analysis as well. Okay, so we are gradually starting up, and we are gradually starting from the basics. Okay, and because we are starting from the basics, why you need to understand few element of business analysis? Because few job profile will come as a business analysis, and there you will see some element of data analysis, and that is the time where you need to target to such job profiles so that you can also apply over there, even if it does not mention over there data analyst. But if it showcases the traits of data analyst, what you are going to do? What you are going to do, everyone? Are you going to apply there or not on those jobs?
Yes.
Yes, of course, yes, because you are reading the job description accordingly. So let's understand, the purpose, skills, and tools and output that is required for data analyst. I want someone to read the first purpose of data analyst for me. Anyone?
Yeah.
To analyze and interpret data to uncover insights and support data-driven decision making.
Yeah.
That's
So
the data analyst.
yeah, so that's the purpose of the data analysis. And this is very important. You can't just all of you can't just read what appears over here, and so that it is okay. What it said that decision making, data driven decision making. You tell us, and I believe that I had asked this question yesterday also. What is the purpose behind taking any decision? Any decision in any activity in IT?
To improve their business.
Brilliant. That's bang on. Yeah, to improve the business, ultimate goal is at every step you change your decision, you tweak your decision, small tweak and big changes also you get to see. So that's the reason, based on the analyzing the data trend, you develop various insight, and those insight you can put in various decision, thereby you will attract various business growth as well. So that's the main purpose behind the data analysis. I want someone to read skills required for this data analysis. Anyone can read this?
Yeah, technical skills in statics, programming, and data visualization, as well as knowledge of database management and data mining.
Yeah. So if you will talk about getting a deep dive and advancing the skill, then you must know the programming, statistic, how to visualize data, and data mining and database management is the ultimate goal. But you remember, because we are starting a fresh, and this is the basics, so that it will lead you towards getting a job into IT. We are not getting into more and more detail towards becoming the data science or data scientist or something like that, but definitely you will become an expert in a way that you will stand out while choosing your own job as data analyst. Tools that require to know minimum is Python, Tableau, Excel, and SQL. What we are going to choose in this learning? Excel and SQL. And what kind of output you can expect after becoming the data analyst? Of course, report and dashboard to communicate insight and findings, and data-driven recommendation. So you will get to, so yesterday I showed you what kind of dashboard you may expect to see. It's visual representation in one of the slide I definitely showed you up. Okay. And out of that dashboard, you can generate various reports, and based on the various reports in various sheet of the Excel, you can summarize it in one sheet, so that all activity should be the end goal for all of us. So that had been the part of data analysis. Let's understand more about, just give me a second, everyone. Okay. Let's understand about business analyst purpose as well. I want someone else to read over here about the purpose of business analyst. Anyone who has not read it, can you please read this?
To analyze
Yes.
business processes,
Mhm.
identify improvement opportunities, and recommend solutions to meet business goals.
Yeah, thank you so much. So as it says that for the purposes, the more you will understand the purpose behind business analyst, to analyze the process, what all the ways to analyze the process. As a data analyst, I would recommend you also should know that, because data analyst job is sometimes hidden and becomes the part of business analyst, and that's the reason we generally encourage you to hold this knowledge of business processing, okay, and how you are going to analyze different processes as well. And why? Because ultimate goal is to improve the opportunities, and whatever the decisions you have identified, that is going to ultimate direct your business goals. That's the main reason. So what we are going to also learn, business process, because that is going to help you towards backing your job of data analysis. And here are some skills that you are going to learn and will be backed by. I want someone to read this second column in second row. Skills.
Business acumen, problem-solving skills, and the ability to communicate effectively with stakeholders and technical teams.
Yeah. So because here you are also learning, developing, and enhancing your ability of communication. So first, you need to understand how you can communicate using models. So models, when we are talking, that could be some designs. Okay. When we are talking, if you can communicate some changes and some differences using some designs, then you can represent that using some chart as well, some graphs as well. Okay. And that's the reason you need to understand the meaning and purpose behind this. Just give me a second, everyone. Just okay. Yeah. So behind problem solving skill, you will get to see how you are getting improved in problem solving as well towards the end of data analysis training itself. So what all problem and the ways of problem solving that you are going to learn as well, and tools that are required. So I had already talked about modeling, business modeling, diagram tools, project management software. Some of the software, I believe, apart from the Excel, I'm going to share that with you, and data visualization tool. So data visualization tool, here you are going to touch only two tools. And what are those tools, everyone? I have been speaking about that. What are those tools of data analysis?
Excel and SQL.
Brilliant. Yes.
Tableau and
No, Tableau I
the-
didn't say. Tableau I didn't say.
okay.
Yeah, Tableau will be can be one of the bonus that you will get to learn from Vivekji, but here our focus is Excel and SQL
Excel.
always. Yeah, and output that I want someone to read this output, please. The last row, last column. This one. Anyone,
Yeah.
please.
Recommendations for process improvements, cost saving, and new business opportunities, projects plan, and business requirements documents.
Yeah. So it will always help you the moment you understand the objective and requirement. Okay. So my question is that there are two ways. One, someone is asking you to do some activity, and you will go ahead and you will do that, right? And there is another way where you know the objective behind it, and then you are doing some activity. When you will find yourself more efficient, in the first way or in the second way where objective is clear? Which way will be really impactful for you to give the right output?
Second.
When the
Second.
objective is clear.
Yes, absolutely right. Because when the objective is very much clear, you will know whether you are heading in right direction or not. Okay. If objective or destination is not clear, it means that you are heading, but where you are heading, you even don't know, and you continue to pedal your ship in any direction. Okay. So that's very, very important for you to know about it. And here, when we are talking about objective, you also need to know what are the process of identifying the requirement, what are processes of gathering the requirement as well. Because tomorrow, even if you get a job as a business analyst or data analyst, you can be pulled for business analysis role. That's the reason when you are getting placed, you should not be getting placed as that one area as kind of a week, and you have joined the similar job with the similar profile. So you should also be knowing little bit of processes where how to gather the requirement as well. Is it clear where we are heading when we are talking about data analysis, and what element we should know of business analyst? Yeah, is it clear? You can
Yes, sir,
unmute
it's
and say
clear.
yes. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So let's understand in the next profile what are the different methods and techniques of data analysis are available. Okay, so there are various methods, okay, that we are going to look at, and I hope all you can see see the slide. It starts with the your needs. Okay, and when you need something, you will establish a question around it, and there are various questions. Okay, why you need it, where you need to have this, and then you will see that based on your question, you are harvesting many data, and based on them, those data, you are going to set your own objective. Okay, objective also referred as KPIs. Okay, that is your key performing index, and all this is the abbreviation KPI. And when you understand with the use of those data, there should be the next step where you need to omit useless data, where yesterday I was talking about cleansing up of data. Okay, and based on the remaining data, what you are going to do is this. Okay, just okay. You will omit useless data, and whatever the data is remain, based on that you will conduct a statistical analysis, and we will get to see when we will be using Excel how to get into statistical analysis as well. Then based on those analysis, what you are going to do is that you are going to build a data management. And what will be helpful over here, you will have to learn the pivoting those data. Pivoting means you will also learn pivot table, integrate technology. You will need to learn what all technology you can build in over here, where you can summarize those data in proper manner. Summarize as in you will pivot it well, and there you will see that how some of the answers from the bigger data you are going to gather. Okay, so that you are going to, and when you will be able to do that, there you are going to extract many answers of those questions from where you have started it. Now at this step, what is going to happen, now those data has to be summarized and has to be visualized in a graphical representation. So at this step, you will be able to visualize data when you will be able to translate those text and data into graphical representation. Then you will be able to implement text analysis. Now data is turning towards the text. Based on that, some decision can be made. Okay, and those text, when those are converting towards making you enable to take some decision, there you are going to develop some insight, to which we are calling it here drill into diagnostic analysis. And then comes to consider autonomous technology. When I am talking about considering the autonomous technology, means in what all tech the derived data can be implemented. You build a narrative. It means that here you are going to take a decision, and the next step comes towards the sharing the load. Sharing the load means you are able to present the entire dashboard, where you can announce, you can declare that which data is going to bring what kind of improvement and what to implement next for your business need. Ultimately, when you will see from wherever it is started, it is heading and boiling towards the decision, so that it can bring improvement towards I won't say these are the methods, but these will help you in a step-by-step manner to bring the right answer, to identify the trend, so that you can take a right business decision. So and you will be asked that what all activity you need to do. Who will be going to ask that? Of course. So it is going to be the management who needs some data, and you are working as a data analyst. They would be asking you what kind of data at the end they are seeking from you. Okay, because ultimately this is going to help them to take some right decision. Okay, having said so, let's move to the next one. And here now the similar steps what I have just now read, these are the 17 data analysis techniques it calls about. Okay, so almost similar to that you are going to see. Okay, that you are going to see here, it is starting from collaborating your need, and then getting into establishing your question and all, and coming back to the data analysis tool, refining your process and processes constantly. Because every single time what you are going to do, you have a new visualization, new summary. What again, you will be waiting for a few days, and again you are repeating the every single step to understand the new business needs that you are going to place to improve the processes. So ultimately, where either you are developing a new tool, you are developing a new process, and ultimately that is boiling towards the business growth. So these steps you are going to learn. And how we are going to learn, as I keep on saying, that using Excel and SQL. So in Excel, one tool where you will be able to focus upon, that is called as data analysis tool that you will find where you will find in Excel. Okay, so as it says, as a beginner, our focus is towards Excel, not even in detail of it, but towards the visualization. Visualization needed before using it. So I'll quickly show you how in the next few slides that how you can enable this in Excel, and what you can expect and what I can expect from you before you come back in the next session to understand. So right now you are understanding theory, and I believe you all are with me and understanding the steps what I am speaking about. Are you all with me so far, everyone? You can unmute and say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so
Yes.
much. Thank you so much.
I
And
have a question, sir.
yeah, go ahead
So
and ask.
can you please explain that integrate technology little bit more? I did not get that.
Okay, so understand in this way, when you are going to get some data, so there are multiple technology you are working upon. Okay, it could be, say for example, there is an existing software. Okay, the entire team is working on existing software, and they came up with some decision, and they decided they will move completely from existing to new ones, and that could be even as simple as database enhancement. Okay, so whatever in the back end they are using the database, do you understand the database? I mean, where all the data is getting stored. Say for example, take the example of Amazon.com. Amazon on its UI populate various data. Okay, data of garment, data of electronics, data of every single item, and it gets stored somewhere into the database. Okay, say for example, it gets stored into SQL database. Okay, SQL is one of the name, Microsoft SQL. It is getting stored inside, and from there it is deriving all the database. It is showcasing whether item is available for you to add in the cart or not. So everything it is pulling from the database. Okay, now it is using the front end. It could be any new technology, it can or old technology, whether it is using the front end of Java, and the database is Microsoft SQL, and there are some communication channels, some APIs. APIs are two APIs are called as a communication channel between two layer of just a second, my mouse, let me quickly, yeah. So what I'm going to do is that with this example, I'm going to share something on whiteboard as well. Okay, so say for example, what is going to happen is that this is your Amazon front end. Okay, and excuse me for the drawing. Okay, so this is your Amazon. So this is not going to be very fancy drawing, but for the sake of Amazon website, say for example, and here is your database. Okay, so this is your database where all the data is getting stored. Okay, all the database is getting stored. And now because it is in front end, it is retrieving some database. Okay, again is stuck. It is striving, it is retrieving some information from the database, but it sometimes it cannot directly derive. Okay, why? Because it has to filter something from between. Okay, so and there will be APIs. Okay, so API is one of the utility and channel that helps to retrieve some data from database. Okay, translate it into different format and send back it to into the front end. How, if you remember, let me give you the example of now API. Many of you have booked the ticket, right? You have booked the flight tickets, have you?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, in flight ticket, say for example, you are typing some name of the city. Okay, say for example, the city name is starting from C or something something. So the moment you are typing the name of this city, Chicago, you will see that multiple element is getting listed over here. in the, when you are, as you are typing, you will see multiple names will list, okay, from where it will populate. So there are two types of lists. One is simple, you will see in one of the list there will be one arrow, right? And here you need to click and it will give you a list, right? And there is when you are booking the flight, there, as you are typing the name like this, you're typing a name like this, even in Google, when the moment you will start typing in A, B, C, and it will give you some list as a suggestion. Have you seen that?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what exactly it is doing? It is retrieving some pre-existing data from somewhere. Okay. That is the role of API. So you see, for one activity, there is not a one simple tool. Okay. It is not just the front end which has been designed on, one tool technology that is of Java front end. It uses Microsoft database or different API. Various APIs are there. Okay. So everything gets involved. Now what exactly happens? Okay. Now what exactly happens over here when I am talking about this integrating various technology, it means that you are migrating from one database to new database, for example, and there you will be deciding, now I will move from Microsoft SQL to another database, and say, for example, its name is Progress. Okay, is whatever I am using the term Microsoft SQL and Postgres, these are name of different database, or will move to MongoDB to Microsoft, from MongoDB to Microsoft SQL. So whatever we are moving, you need to extract one data from existing database, and you will have to see whether I am able to whether I am able to adapt the new environment of the database or not. Means what was happening? Again, let me go back to use of the whiteboard. And here, what exactly is going to happen? There is existing database. Okay, there is existing database and there is a new database, everyone. Sorry, this is really not working for me. Okay, forget this. Okay, there is a new database. Okay, now existing database can be all the data are compatible in existing database. Whether now those database are also getting compatible with the new database. Say, for example, few of the element may appear as it is written in the older one, okay, older one, but it might not compatible, it cannot be compatible with the new one. And with this change, what may happen? You may encounter some junk data. Okay, are you with me so far?
Yes,
Understanding?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so here this is the new date DB, and because of this change, what you can expect, the various junk data. And because this is happening, then you will identify the need of cleaning of the data. Okay, but while you do so, how you can do that? Sometime you will have to integrate to do this process of cleaning. You might have to bring another technology. Say, for example, today we are bringing Excel. Okay, you can also bring Tableau. You can also bring SQL for that matter. From SQL also you can do that. So these are what? These are nothing but tools and technology itself that you are integrating to work on those data. With me so far? So this is called as
Yes.
data integration. Okay, and
Right.
even while you will be using Excel, you will see that how various other stuff you can utilize it. So let me give you another example in a few slides later as well. But for now, you have understood when I'm talking about integrating different technology while you are doing this process of data data cleansing or say data analysis. With me so far?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So guys, you will see me getting stop all of sudden because there is a technical problem I'm facing with my mouse device, and I'm using the mouse pad on my laptop in between to overcome that. But yeah, so this I'm facing. Yeah, now it is working. Yeah, good. So yeah, so we'll before we talk about that, which I am talking about after 2 slides, I'm going to talk. Let's understand this example as a part of flow when it comes to data analysis. What you can do in 5 steps. First, you need to define why you need to do data analysis. As I was talking, the objective should be very, very, very clear. Okay. And then begin collecting data from the sources. Now, I gave you the example that, say, for example, you're moving from older database to new database, right? So what you need to do, first, you will collect those information from the older database, and that you are going to put it into new database, seeing that whether it is compatible or it is getting corrupted. Okay. And that you will see that whether you are able to collect that properly or not. And while this happens, you will have to clean through unnecessary data. Okay. And I'll have to see to show you whether how does it look like. So what I'll do in the next session, I will prepare to show you that when I'm collecting some data from existing database, how does it look like? Okay. What all part which requires to be cleaning, and how does it look like? And after cleaning those stuff, how does it look like? So three steps. One, while you are collecting from the older database, how does it look like? And what all the junk elements that you will get to see, and after processing those data, how does it look like? So what will happen when you will clean those data, unnecessary data? Now, based on those unnecessary data, you need to analyze it. Okay. And once you can analyze that, based on that, you have to interpret the result and apply them. Why you are going to apply them? So that you can take a right decision, so that you can utilize based on past experiences. You can take you can move towards the new experiences. So how such analysis to be done, you need to understand that as well. So we are going to look at it. By the way, every one of you are with me and able to understand where we are getting ahead and how we are getting ahead. Yeah, you can unmute and say yes. So the another one here, you need to be very much clear that there are various techniques of data analysis. One which we are not going to do is this. Okay, methods based on artificial intelligence and machine learning. Okay, this is also methods of data analysis, and people don't even require to use, for that matter, uh, you know uh, uh, this Excel and what you call Excel and Tableau and all. Okay, there are advanced version. But does it mean that the people with Excel and all, they won't be demanded? Definitely, it doesn't mean that you are not required. Like earlier, what happened, the moment automation tools were evolving for the quality analyst, to whom we also call it as a tester, there was always a fear that the manual tester's job will be taken away. Even when calculator was invented, many mathematicians were on accountants were afraid that their job will go away. When computer was introduced in some countries, many clerk and many worker were afraid that their job will go away. Now the way artificial intelligence is taking everything towards this storm, now still there is again another fear that their job will go away. No, these are the tools. Eventually you will get to know how to use those tools in right manner. You need to enhance those skills. Okay, so first, tools will appear. So always remember, people are over the processes, and processes are over the tools. Okay, because processes are theirs, and that's the reason enhancement of tools enhancement of tools are happening. For whom it is going to happen? For person. Okay, who is going to do it? Only person. Okay, and that's the reason you are always kept superior, but you need to understand that you should be the smart user of that. Okay, so another technique says that methods based on mathematical and statistical approach. You will get touch base of it, that how you can utilize that using Excel. So now what I'm going to do is that you follow this, and I'm requesting you to do it once you will go back. So I'm going to share my entire screen. I'm going to open Excel for you. Okay. So how you can do that? What you can do basics with the Excel that I am going to share with you all. Okay. So let me quickly reshare my screen. The entire screen I'm going to share with you. Wait a second. Okay. So that you will start getting hang of it. And why I'm taking this approach? Because you need to know, many of you might be coming from which background. Many of you would be coming of non-IT background, where you don't have anything, any background of technology or so. So how you can proceed further? So you need to open Excel for that, so that few of the formula you get to know about it. Can you all see? I just typed Excel, and we have the screen. Are you able to see this all? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
And here you will see blank workbook, take a tour, drop down list, and formulas and various other things. So let's start with this. Welcome to Excel, a simple tool. Take a tour, okay, and start this tour with create. Say, for example, now here what is happening, you will see Excel is already existing, and it has the various, tabs. Can you all see? Add, fill, split, transpose, and whatnot. Can you all see that
Yes.
at the bottom? Yeah. So how you
Yes.
need to approach that? You need to learn few things. Okay. So it is self-explanatory. Because it is self-explanatory, it is going to be a simple activity or assignment for you, where once you will go back and you will come back, between that, what you are going to do, you just explore this Excel in this way. There are the various methods of summation is given. One method which says that you need to just put the formula with the column name. Like here it says that with the equal to sign, can you see D4 and D7? Say for example, you need to see this is the column D. Can you all see? This is the D column, and where it is placed, it is at the fourth row. Can you all see that? Fourth row. And this is at the seventh row. Okay. So simple formula that says that you are going to start with equal to some. Here we are just starting, right? So D4 to D7. Okay. This is the one way to do it. And you hit the enter. Any formula in Excel starts with equal to sign. Okay. With me so far? You can unmute and say yes. And this can
Yes.
be for you very normal. You are advanced, and you are coming with the 17 years of experience. You don't even need to know these all. But yeah, we have to take care of those who are just starting up and chose data analysis as a career. You should know the very basic things as well. Okay, you hit it, and it gives you total summation. This is one way of doing that. Another way says that here, point number 4, you just alt equal to and press enter. So I am going to type alt equal, and it automatically choose that. Did you see? I just did what? So what I can do is that, let me bring my let me bring my keyboard also in front of you. Okay. So this is one of the keyboard that I'm going to use. Okay. And what I'm going to do, that you are going to see. I have done it here. You will be able to see this smaller keyboard in front of you. What I'm going to do. So here, say for example, I have kept it. Now you will see the changes into our keyboard. I have pressed what right now? Quickly tell me what I have pressed.
Alt.
Alt. And then I am going to
Alt.
press equal to. Okay. So it gave me. Now let me remove it again. Alt equal to. Okay. You see that? and I hit enter and gave you the result. Okay, this is another thing. Now, likewise, if I need to have anything which is greater than 50, okay, in this, say for example, I need to have anything greater than 50, what formula I can use? I can use this formula. I'm not going to type because it is already written. I'll just copy it from here and try to. So anything in this range from 11 to 50, which is greater than 50, it is going to show that only. Okay. And I'm going to hit that summation of that, it will show. I hit that. So what is greater than 50 over here? Which one? Which cell? How we are going to read the cells? This is going to be your D4 cell. Can you see written over here? Yeah. Likewise, you tell me in this, okay,
D13.
D13, that's right. D12, in fact, D12,
Yeah,
right?
D12.
D12 is the greater cell, okay? If there would have been two cells, one is 100, one is 60, what it would have given? This formula, what it would have given the result? If I would have encountered one cell is 100, another cell is 60. What?
160.
160. Because
160.
its focus is to bring some if the numbers in this range are greater than 50, then only it is going to calculate them. Okay, so this was one thing. So, and that comes with SUMIF. Here you see SUMIF technique. Try adding another SUMIF formula here, but add amounts that are less than 100. Now what you will do? Same thing. You are going to use the same formula. You are going to utilize over here. Okay. And I am going to paste it. Now what I'll do, I'll just choose the sign of it differently. Now earlier it was greater than 50. Now I have put lesser than 50. So what it will do, it will bring what do you expect? What should be the result of it?
60.
160.
Okay, so it will take whatever is lesser than 50. So what are the lesser than 50? Just above.
20.
So 20 is one. What else?
60.
40.
40.
Cookies.
40. So it should give us 60. Let's see.
60.
It gave you 60, right? So what did it summed up? This 20 and this 40.
20 plus 40.
These are next. So these are the one. Now go to next step. Now you will see how it shows you to fill the data. Okay. So it says that rest your cursor on lower right corner and then the cell until it becomes cross. Like, see, here it is the gap, right? And it wants you to follow the same processes. Okay. You need to just put the cursor like this. This is called as crosshair. Okay. Towards the one intersection of one cell you are putting, and you need to double click over there and it will give you the corresponding result. Like here it is just giving you this plus this, and here it will give you the total, and again plus this, it will give you total. With me so far?
Yes.
Why? It is showing you the formula over here. Can you see the formula?
Yes.
So what it will do, just by double clicking it, it will fill the rest of the cell below it with that formula, and thereby you will be able to see only the result of it. And did you see that? Everything is filled with the sum of that. This formula is repeated. Now the same thing you can do using Control D. Okay, click and drag to the select these four cells, and then then press Control D. That is shortcut keys. I don't know whether I'll be able to do that or not. Let me try it. And okay, so here it did not do that. So what I'll do here. Do you see it filled it? And
Yes.
so what it did, just selected every single cell, and here it brought 0 because before this there is no no values. and what it will total to. It will total to nothing. But here, when I press selecting this till last, whatever this formula was here, the same formula got copied in the preceding, cells. Sorry, in the succeeding cells below it. Okay, this is how it has been done. All right, so here there are multiple things, transpose, split. So we will get to take a deep dive into these all things later as well. But this is how, where you have to go ahead and explore what are the ways. It is self-explanatory, you can do that. And once you will do that, it is going to be useful into the next session and the next classes. Having said so, let's move to, so did you understand what you need to do? What I'm expecting from you when you come back, what you should have already done? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir. It's
Yeah.
clear. We should all go to
Yeah,
this tour
just
and
go through this and try to explore by your own.
practice on our own.
Yes, yes. And in case just mere by reading, if you are not able to understand, come and can ask me. I should be able to help you out. But limit yourself, not beyond it. There are chances to get distracted as well. I want you all to remain focused because we are in a journey towards getting place, and it is quite easy when you will try to swim in the information, you will get lost, and so why it is harmful? When you get lost, because you will see that, can I do it? And what I want you to go back from here, yes, I can do that, with that approach. And if you will have that approach, you will not have any fear, and mere by this confidence you can crack any any position of data analyst. That is the core objective behind it. So having said so, let me go back to, I'm just not saving it, and if required, just reuse the recording. Okay, so this is what I was expecting. Now quickly, what I'm going to do is that is very, very important. We will understand some business processes. Okay, here you see BPA definition, business process analysis, that we have already talked in the previous slides. So I want someone to read this paragraph for me below the headlines. Anyone, you can come up and read this for me.
Yeah. BPA definition. As per IBM, business process analysis is an approach to analyzing business operation processes. It is a detailed multi-step examination of each part of process to identify what is working well in your current process, what needs to be improved, and how any necessary improvements can best be made.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. Now understand, everything will drill down towards the processes, because using processes, what you are going to do, you are taking some decision towards the business growth. Okay, based on those processes, you will understand that where you need to work upon, where you need to take a step back, or whether you need to bring some change. So this entire ideology work on some concept. Okay, and if in nutshell, if you are going to do that, what do you do with the processes? Okay, processes, you are going to work up inside the processes, whether processes are working or not. Okay, that you are continue to check upon them. Okay, so based on that, based on the checks whether it is working or not, you are not now going to act upon it. Okay, the act, whatever the necessary steps is required to do, and there again you are going to, based on those action, you will get some result. You are going to plan. The plan could be embracing new change, discarding the older one, and again adapting to the new processes. And again, once you have adopted that, again you will follow. So this is in a nutshell. Again, part of lean, it is called as PDCA in short. So wherever you will learn about PDCA is plan, do, check, and act, that you need to remember. Okay, so now you need to also understand what all the techniques to analyze those processes could be. So here is one of the diagram is there. Okay, I'm just opening that. Okay, so that it becomes readable for you. Okay. So, yeah. So there are various techniques of analysis, it says. One is value analysis, gap analysis, root cause analysis, predictive analysis, and impact analysis. We are going to look at in every type of analysis. Why? Because when we will be using Excel for statistical analysis, this is going to be useful for us. Okay. So what you saw, that is the simple definition of Excel and what we can all do in the Excel. Excel is super duper vast. You can create even softwares using Excel, but this level of expertise on which we are not going to work. Our objective is towards data, data cleaning, data summarization using pivot, graphs, and charts, and then dashboard and visualization of it. Is it clear to all of you? What is our approach and what is our focus is going to be? Where our focus is going to be? Yes? You
Yes,
can
yes,
unmute and
it's
say
clear.
yes. Okay, just give me a second.
Yes.
Okay, just give me a second, guys. Yeah. Now let's understand this one, what this design is depicting. Excuse me, everyone. So there is some issue again with the mouse. No, no, not now. Okay, there is a lot to cover today. So we'll see how much we can and we will go. All right, so let's understand and try to read this one. Okay. So we were talking about process identification. First, how it happens. Means what are the steps to do it? First, you identify some process, because whenever you will start, imagine if you are in, installing or initiating a new business, okay, and to achieve the output, you will simply apply a process. The process could be as simple as that it is possible as possible, and then you will discover using processes whether it can bring the change or not. If it is not going to bring the change, how will you get to know that whether it is bringing the change or not? For that, you will apply this process and you will analyze this process. Okay, and based on analysis, you will develop some insight and get to know what are the stronger area and what are the weaker area. This is a very simple step. So in case you will find the weaker area, what you are going to do? You are going to bring some tweak to which we are going to call it as a redesign process. And those tweak you are going to implement again. Okay. So what is going to happen when you are going to implement that? You will re-execute them. When you will re-execute them, you will still see whether this process in control or not, whether you can handle those processes by your own or not. You should be the controller, you should be the dominator, and you should be the user of those processes. And based on that, if it is working well, based on that, you will develop some insight towards the performance from the previous one, whether it has given some result or not. And again, you will get into the discovery mode if it is not giving, where it is not giving. So processing is business processes, ongoing process, ongoing evolving process. So this is a simple life cycle known to everyone in the head, but if you need to develop uh, consciously, how will you do that? You will follow simple this model, because using this, it is going to evolve. Is it clear to everyone? Yeah. So this is always clear into the head, but you can use it as a basis or basics, or say for example as a framework to develop any process. Okay. And what all the analysis tools you can do, that we are going to look at it. But before that, I want someone to read this. So let me get into the presentation mode so that it becomes easy for you to read. So I want someone to read the last line for me, please. Anyone? You can unmute and speak, please.
Using business process analyze helps you identify the detrimental elements in an operation and identify how to overcome obstacles. Without a proper analysis, your teams will waste a lots of time and effort solving the wrong problems or switching from one software to another.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. And this gives a very, very important message. And what is that? It means that you don't have to just analyze the data. You have to also analyze the process, and you need to know the various ways to analyze them. Because if you won't learn that, then you don't have to waste time in just figuring out how to analyze this process or this data. And if I have analyzed some data, how it is going to help me to bring some improvement in some processes. And you need to know how some processes are also analyzed. So we will be knowing and getting to know about some analysis tool. So if you won't know that, what it is going to do, because ultimately for one thing we are doing these analysis, and that is to solve some problem, be it towards business growth, be it towards the business process, be it towards bringing the performance of every single individual or the product or the services. With me so far, everyone? Product, process, or services. And what could be? So business may come up with the product, business may have the product, business have the process, and to do so, individuals are required to work upon them. Agree? Without individual,
Yes.
business may not run. Okay, things may sit idle, but it may not move until the moving trigger is not applied. Okay, and that for that human intervention is required. Okay, and for that we generally hire people as well. Everyone is following whatever I'm talking, and I'm just not talking, I'm trying to explain you every single thing, right? Can we move to the another slide and look about the various analysis in a nutshell? Yeah, can we move?
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Here you see are the various analysis. Okay, the first one is value analysis. What does it do? So here your focus in this analysis, your focus should be very much into determining what you can avoid. Avoid means, can you avoid some commercial? Can you avoid some usage of tool? And what are the basic things that you cannot avoid? And if those are unavoidable, but making things yet focus towards the quality, you are not compromising towards the quality, because every one of you should know, because you are getting entry towards data analyst, because using data analyst you are also impacting the business. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 And are you only providing the data by giving the by doing the data analysis to the
No.
customer?
No.
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 What you are providing apart from this?
We will provide the solution for the problem also.
Yeah, solution you are providing, and solution is what to which we call it as a value. At the
Value.
end, you are adding the value. Okay, so value, when you are adding, of course, you can't say anything to value until unless quality is not abide by it. Okay, so you are focusing about on the quality, and you are simply differentiating what is unnecessary and necessary. Okay, and if certain segregation you can give between avoidable and yet what cannot be avoided and yet required to maintain quality, to such analysis, to such differentiation, we are going to call it as a simple value analysis. Okay, so this is the first thing you need to know: what is avoidable, what is unavoidable, and yet it has to be there to maintain the quality. Okay, this is called as value analysis, because with the quality only you are going to add value. Okay, is it clear to everyone? And then understand Gap analysis. So can I move to gap analysis and quickly tell you? It's simplified in a way that anyone can, once read the diagram, they can understand it. Okay, so should we move to gap analysis? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But understand, these are simple definition, but there are methods to do it. So right now we are doing the value analysis, but what all are the ways using that we can do value analysis? That also we need to learn. So as a business analyst, you need to learn, not as a data analyst. But definitely, why you need to? Because there are chances very closely you will be working with some business analyst also. There you can guide them, there you can do them. Okay, can you give some if you're working in a team, you can simply ask for some report, or you will be asked for some report. Okay, what is my purpose from you to get this report or data? Is that I want to do the right value analysis, gap analysis, or root cause analysis, or predictive analysis, or impact analysis. So few of the analysis you will get to know while using the Excel as well. So gap analysis, you are already sitting there, sitting at some state, and you have a desired state. So what all the steps are missing to reach from current state to the desired goal? Say, for example, company's revenue is $3 million, and tomorrow the company wants to grow towards $30 million. So huge gap, huge leap is required. Okay, so they would see that to bring those revenue, what all production items are missing, what kind of revenue one item is bringing from the market, from which market, those all details are required. Okay, so what all are the missing? To identify those all missing item between desired goal from the current goal, current state, those study becomes the part of gap analysis. Those are called as gap analysis, where you get to see that what time is required, what effort is required, what uh, products are required, and what other improvement you need to do to enhance the market, to enhance the revenue, to enhance the production. Are you able to relate with me when I am talking about production? Then it could be, say, for example, take the studies example of chocolate sales. Now chocolate comes with the various flavor. One is the milk chocolate, one is the white chocolate, one is the strawberry chocolate, and whatnot, with the different flavors. Okay, so in some of the areas, sale of one flavor chocolate is really high, but its production is limited, and that's the reason it is only going to that area, it is not covering the surrounding area. So there is a lot to study, a lot to think, and a lot to ask. And based on that, you can come up with the sufficient data. With me so far, everyone? So here it summarizes the missing element. That could be resources, time, processes, area of improvement. So that you identify using gap analysis. With me so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I am seeing, there are more methods, but I want to invite any question here so far before I talk further. Because see, initial few days you will just get to learn more theory, but gradually you will get towards more more practical. So to know those practical, to do so practical, some practical, you need to know the theory of it. You need to know the definition. Okay, what is RCA, what is AVA, and what all those things. And then I can ask you, okay, you need to do RCA on that, you need to bring AVA onto that, you need to create a regression chart onto that. So for that, you need to know what I'm talking about, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the reason this theory is required to start with, and gradually you will see in the next week how things are. We are moving towards shifting the gear, and because we have touch based one very important thing towards the requirement gathering, you should also know how to identify the objective and requirement. So we will be touching those all things, right? So far, are you comfortable, finding comfortable? Not any very technical things I'm loading upon you, right? Are you,
Yes.
every one of you, feeling comfortable? Okay, cool. Then with this, I think we should not stretch the class more. I think till now it should be comfortable for you all. Yeah? Is it okay to take a pause over here?
Yes, it's
Okay,
okay.
brilliant. So thank you so much, everyone. So we will stop here, take a pause over here. I would just suggest you to go back and just play in the Excel, and how you are going to play that, you know the drill, and come back next time, and we will be taking further step gradually. Okay, a quick thing that how did you find it? Do you think that you are able to you are able to crack, you are able to learn and grasp, or it is going more difficult for you? I want to hear from you, one word. What do you feel like saying? Let's hear from Ashwini. Ashwini, what do you have to say? What do you feel like saying?
I need to listen all the recording one more time.
One
That's
more
what.
time.
that-
Okay,
yes,
please do
sir.
so. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
Let's
you.
hear from Yamini. Yamini, what do you feel like saying? Was
Um,
anything which was difficult for you, or you were able to understand and relate with that?
yeah, I'm able to understand everything like whatever you have said so far, but
Okay,
I need to do some practice on the Excel and SQL. I mean,
of
whatever the
course.
technologies, I
Of
have to
course.
do more practice on that.
Yeah,
And I mean,
definitely.
once everyone is done, I have one question. So
Oh,
once
sure.
everyone is done, I will ask the question.
Sure, Yamini. You
Thank you.
can stay back, no problem.
Okay.
So, yes, Anu, what do you feel like saying? You can unmute and speak up, please. Anu, over to you. If you're speaking on mute, you'll have to unmute yourself. Okay, while Anu is unmuting, and I'll come back to you, Anu. So you just maybe you're away or something like that. Let's hear from Sarita. Sarita, what do you feel like saying? Were you able to connect?
Yes, sir. In the Excel, it's interesting to know all the information about
Yeah.
data, and it's a very interesting class.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sarita. So you all got the drill where you have to go after the session. That's really nice. But I also want to understand anything which you could not understand. It sounded really vast. I will try to go in a more simplified manner as much as possible, in best in my power. That's the reason. Quickly, I want to understand from all of you. Vishaka, you can unmute and speak up. What do you feel like saying, Vishaka?
Yes, sir. I can understand everything you said in this class right now. And yeah, I need to go in Excel and do some like whatever
Yeah.
you suggested. Yes.
And the purpose behind this is that to how the gradually we will continue. Uh, you should build the confidence within that you too can do that. And this is really not rocket science. And Rajni, yes, what do you feel like saying? I know that you have many things you have already done, but still would like to hear from you. Rajni, over to you.
Yes, sir, I'm understanding very well, but I need to do more practice on it.
Yeah, definitely. Excel and all that I will be asking you to do. Definitely you will do that. But what we are reading right now, studying right now, that whether you are understanding or not, so that was required. So thank you so much, everyone. All of you can drop, and someone wanted to ask question, you can just stay back. Okay. So yes, Yamini, you
Yeah.
wanted to ask question, right?
Yes, yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah. So rest
So
of all, okay,
yeah, you're talking about the value analysis, right?
right.
So as an analyst, like once you provided the value and once we did the all the value analysis and everything, how do we know that whether we are doing in a right way? Is it going to be anyone in the I mean in the team? Are they going to be check it? Are we doing the right
Okay.
analysis or not?
Okay, so yeah, that's a very good question that you should be knowing. So see, even if you'll do the value analysis, and in value analysis, what you are going to understand, you are going to understand simple things that what is avoidable and unavoidable. So you will be doing that based on data, right? So say for example, means in any business, a business is thinking of continuous growth, okay? And the past data will always be available, okay? New data will be always available, and it's based on past and new data what you wanted to achieve, and what you applied, whatever you have achieved in the past. And here it can come towards the cost cutting as well. So see, even if you'll do the value analysis, and in value analysis what you are going to understand, you are going to understand simple things that what is avoidable and unavoidable. So you will be doing that based on data, right? So say for example, say for example, Okay, and it's a simple black and white. Okay, and yeah, definitely your seniors will be always there. So senior, you will take those reports to your senior always. Okay, and generally, senior get to see whether you need supervision or not. Okay, so you will always have a check. Some checks you will get to see. Okay, however, when you will be using the tools, chart and Excel, whatever the
Okay.
calculations and all that you are applying, formulas you are using, that is
Mhm.
not going to lie, or that is not going to be incorrect. But you need to know what all the formulas I am going to use. But as I said also, these analysis to improve and enhance the processes, business analysts will get to do. But yes, you also need to know about it. Okay, so this is
Okay.
how we are going to do.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Yamini. So for now,
Okay.
you
Okay.
just
Thank you.
understand this. Yeah, you're
Okay.
welcome.
And I wanted to mention one thing like initially I thought like as a data analyst we should know there's some technologies like Excel, SQL and Tableau.
Mhm.
But today I got to know that we should also know the business, I mean from from business analyst perspective also. Like
Yes, yes.
BPA or gap analysis or
True, true.
requirements gathering. So today
Correct.
only I got to know
Yeah.
that.
So
Glad
by
I got to know that. Thank you.
yes, yeah, you're welcome. So I'll also tell you that see, this is a complete journey. Tomorrow you need to grow in a way that tomorrow you can handle the entire project. So how you can handle an entire project? Now, not I'm saying that as a data analyst you need to handle a entire project. Say for example, tomorrow you are running your own business. Say for example, okay, or you are put in such a way that see, in agile industry, because I talk about agile more, everything has to be black and white and transparent, and you should know who is doing what. And if you know that who does what, then only you can guide them well as a in charge of the project or get guided. Okay, so that's the reason you should be knowing whose responsibility whose responsibility is what to do, and you cannot take the extra responsibility for what you are not being paid. So you should know where to draw the line as well. Is it clear, Yamini?
Correct.
That's the
Correct.
reason
Yes.
it
Yes, it's
is good
clear.
to know multiple things, and that you will get to know
Okay.
what is required for this role.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
everyone. Thank you so much for showing up, and we'll talk to you again soon, and we'll be posting this recording as soon as possible. Thank you. You can just happy weekend to all of you, and we'll talk to you soon again on next Thursday. Bye bye and good night. Thank you all. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.